What's up, you guys? Happy Wednesday night. Welcome to the First and 10 NFL New York Jets podcast pregame. Jets Bucks. How you doing tonight, brother?
Have I decided, I don't know how long it's going to last. I decided that I will not let this team give me an aneurysm. I decided I will not let this team raise my blood pressure. I decided that as I love doing this with you, and I'll do this till they put us both in a grave. But
Oh, listen,
I
that's
decided,
it.
and call me a fair weather fan or not, but I decided that as I get older, every day is precious, and I don't want to waste Sundays for 3.5 hours for that. And if we get another one of those games this weekend, I'm logging off. I'm going to go outside, enjoy whatever light there is outside the final few days before it really starts getting blistering cold. And I'm going to enjoy my days because to sit as a 55-year-old, going to be 56, and sit for 3 hours and watch that garbage, get high blood pressure, get worked up, have people tell me what I should want and not do, and how I should be rooting and not rooting, and what we need to look forward to. No, no, Kevin, I'm
No.
sorry. Like, this is deja vu. We've heard these lines and stories for the last 15 years.
And I can already see the fires kind of coming out of the coach already. It's
Yeah,
coming down a little bit.
yeah.
I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I don't know.
This team, this organization, I
It
don't
beats
know.
listen, it beats whoever the coach is, it beats you down. It beats you down.
You know,
Loss after loss after loss after loss.
Kevin, you're more of the historian than me. How long have we been in MetLife? How long have we been residents of MetLife? How long
Oh,
have we shared?
geez. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I remember when they went over to it. I'm trying to remember when that was, and they hit me with the PSLs. That's when I went,
Is it more than 25 years?
"Hmm, no.
Okay.
You think? No,
I'm only asking
no,
Kevin, and
no.
again,
I don't think it's that long. No.
I'm just saying, like, at this point, if the Jets, and I love them, decided they were going to move to London and become the London Jets, we might be better off, Kevin, because there's just this stink around this organization, whether it's because they're playing in MetLife and sharing the stadium with the Giants, and not a knock on the Giants because them too in the last 10 years are in the same boat we are. We own the two worst records in football. Like there's a curse over this MetLife stadium. There's a cloud over this stadium. I don't know what it is. We live in New York, New Jersey, the biggest areas. We can't get separate stadiums. There's just a stink about MetLife
I
for
know.
both teams.
Listen, we see it playing out. You're gonna go down to Tampa, and now you got Tyrod in. Okay, maybe that's a good thing. I don't know.
I'm
Which
hearing, Kev, and I know you kind of bring this up a couple of times to Testaverde. Glenn Foley got hurt. I'm
I was
already
gonna touch
hearing.
on that.
All right, go ahead. I'll let you finish because that's a
No, I was gonna
comparison.
no. Later on, I was gonna touch on that. That ironically, all of a sudden, everybody's oh, eerie comparison, isn't it? Eerie, eerie. Well, no kidding.
Is that something we want? Like, is that what we're like? Are we that bad of a team and an organization that, oh, he's
Like
got a
grasp,
concussion?
it's kind of grasping at straws.
Yes, yes. But when you're a bad team, you got nothing else to grasp at.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, we're talking about Tyrod. His last start was January 7th,
Yeah.
2024. Yeah.
And Kevin, when Tyrod takes the
He's
field,
he's
good.
45, 49, and 1
Yeah.
over his entire career.
You have any
Which
more stats? Because the only one
which
stat I go ahead.
which I mean includes Baltimore, Buffalo, Cleveland, the Chargers, the Texans, the Giants, and now us.
Yeah, and that's the stat I was gonna say. When he takes the field on Sunday and takes a snap and he's the starter, this would be the eighth team he started for, which leaves
Mhm.
him one behind Fitztragic or Fitzpatrick,
I
whatever
mean,
you want to
hey,
call
look at it this way. On the bright side, we lead the Buck series 10-3.
it. Well, I thought it was the other way around, Kevin. I thought the Bucks lead us 10-3. Did I read that
Yeah,
wrong?
yeah, I'm looking at Jets lead series 10-3.
Okay. You're probably right. You're right. I read that wrong. You see, like I already see 10-3. And I think, that's probably in their favor.
It's
Because,
got to be right. It's got to
of course,
be.
because let's put it this way, Kev. We're looking at 31 teams, right? We could probably sit here, me and you, because there's really nothing to talk about and say, Kev, in the 65 years, to however old the Jet team is, uh, do you think we're trailing Buffalo in this series? You're going to say yes. Do you think we're trailing New England in this? Like, we probably lost more series than we've won. So, for me to think that, for not really reading it properly,
Well,
shame on me, but how can I be at fault?
well, to your credit, I mean, there's not a lot of games here. We've only played them 13 times. So, I mean, probably if it was double that and it was a regular thing,
Eventually,
probably it'd
though,
be the other
yeah,
way around. So
yeah. Yeah, no, I'm saying, but I know I shouldn't have jumped the gun, but can you blame me? Like, how many series do you think the Jets have a winning record against teams? Seven, maybe eight out of the 31?
maybe.
You know?
I mean, last meeting was 2022 and we lost.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it was obviously it was close. It was 28-24, but still, we lost the
That was
game.
that was the
And that
Zach
was here.
Wilson.
That was here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that was the Zach Wilson game where they didn't score on that fourth down, and then Brady went 98 yards with three penalties against the Jet defense and beat us. I remember that game well.
And
I remember that game.
my favorite Buck game ever back in 2000 was the flashlight game, halfback option,
Uh-huh.
Martin Testaverde to Martin to Corbett in the end zone to stick
Okay,
it right
yes.
shot.
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes. But Kev, did you listen to Aaron Glenn's press conference
yes,
today?
I
Did you
did.
happen?
Yes, I did.
So let me ask you something. Now, we don't have the time, and some people do. I don't watch every coach's press conference, but how many of them do you think have these dumb sayings? Like a ship, it turns slow, so every day we're chopping wood. Like,
I
what's with
know.
these stupids? Like, why do we get all the coaches with the dumb sayings? All brakes, no, all gas, no brake, chopping wood. Like, you never heard Parcells with these dumb sayings. You never hear Belichick with these dumb sayings.
And I find it funny also that we've gone from aggressive to now it's going to take some time.
Yeah.
Just got to build every day.
Yeah.
Stack
Yeah.
the bricks. Stack the bricks.
Yeah. So now we're
So another.
chopping
So in
wood.
other words. So in other words, don't be surprised if you got a shit season.
Yeah. Don't be surprised if we're 3-13. And you
Right.
know what? The one thing I will say, Kevin, there are some fans out there already calling for Moji's head, for Aaron Glenn's head. I'm not calling for anyone's head.
No,
We
you
we
can't.
knew these
You
guys were going to
can't
be
do.
here for at
Listen.
least 3 years.
Do you know? I mean, you got all of you. Do you know how long the stink has been on this organization? If anybody's going to exercise it off, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. It,
That's
it,
the
it,
problem, Kev. We as a fan base, and it might not be you, it might not be me, it might not be our best friend down the road. The stink on this organization's been so long, and as fans, we're tired of it.
oh,
We're tired of it.
listen, I'm
Like
at the
I
front
said,
of the line on that.
Yeah. I said to you on Monday night, if they would have lost by 3, I would have been happy because I'm seeing the progress, I'm seeing growth. I
Mm.
didn't see anything that leads me to believe that this team is going to give me a good fight this Sunday.
All right. What you can't? You're not wrong, right?
Yeah,
What are you? What have you seen?
yeah,
I mean, you're going to get the team from the first week or the second.
yeah,
And did you look that way in the first week? Like I said, you had that extra. Everybody had that little extra incentive the first week.
uh-huh.
Okay, Rodgers, the Steelers,
Yeah.
Glenn, this and that. Or did the Steelers stink and you still lost? I mean, you lost on a 60-yard field goal. I understand that, but
Yeah. I think it's funny how,
what happened last week? What was that? What was that? Well, what was that?
you know what, Kevin? Like I said to you, if you watch the game, okay?
In front of your home fans in a
Yeah,
division game.
yeah. Now, Kevin, like I said to you, if you watched that game, didn't know who the coach was, and it was just a blurb, you thought it was Salah. You thought it was
Yeah,
Gates. You thought we went back to the Coslett era or the Joe Walton era.
and not just a division game like you're playing Miami or the Patriots, who aren't going to be that, either one, who
Yeah,
knows what's going to happen anyway.
yeah,
You're playing the ones that you got to go through if you want to win the division.
yeah, yeah. And
Egg,
Kevin,
egg.
yeah. It's like the Lou Holtz ever all over again. Lou Holtz is coaching this team, I feel like.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah,
what we saw, what we, that had to be on Sunday the worst football performance, not only of the decade, the century, we know it was the worst performance of the week.
I mean, think of some of the shit we've watched with Gase and Salah, and even with Bowles. Holy shit! And we're still watching it.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
still watching it, man. We're
yeah.
still watching it.
And Kev, we talk about 15 years not making the playoffs. But what we always forget in those 15 years, one winning season, if you could call 9-7 a winning season. Or were we even 9-7? I think we
And
finished 8-8, right? That was the year Fitztragic threw 5 interceptions against Buffalo, and all we had to do
yeah,
was win that
in the
game.
last, did they win 10? I thought they won 10 games that year.
Maybe we won 10 games and missed the
Not
playoffs. Yeah, you might be right. Like I said, you're more of the historian than me.
nine or
All right,
10,
all right.
9
So
or
Kevin,
10. Maybe the 10th one would have been the win against Buffalo. I can't
okay, so
remember.
let's say, Kevin, even if you said 10, that
The shit outweighs the good. So, you
exactly.
remember the shit more than you remember the good stuff.
And that being my whole point, ever since that second AFC championship game with Rex, his last 3 years was shit. Boulder's 4 years, we had one winning season or one winning season with a winning record. And then we had shit since. 15 years, not only not making the playoffs, but you weren't even in the fight. Like, I could understand the division is so good and the teams are so good that you were 10-6 and missed out by a fucking game because
No,
someone finished up. But we weren't even that.
it's it's
One winning
it,
record in 15 years.
it's over by Halloween every year.
Yeah.
It's over by Halloween. In the last what was that thing I sent you? In the last 6 years, 3 of the last 6 years we've started 0-3. How do we keep watching this?
Yeah. And
How does
Kevin,
anybody keep watching this?
yeah. Because Kevin, we're diehards. We're gonna go when they bury us.
Oh yeah,
You're
I
gonna
know,
get
but
buried with your jet hat. I'm gonna get buried with my jet underwear. We're diehards. This is what we do. But this team always seems to kick us in the balls.
always there's a meme I see somewhere or a GIF or something where the guy's standing there and the other guy's going,
Yeah,
he's got a jet hat on and he's going boom, boom,
yeah,
boom, boom, kicking him in the nuts.
Yeah, Kevin,
over and over and over again.
in 12 days, we're going to play the Miami Dolphins. I don't know. There's a good chance they're going to be 0-3 because Buffalo should beat them even on short rest. There's a good chance we're going to be 0-3.
Mhm.
Okay? If
Something's
we
got to give.
lose,
Something's got to give.
yeah, if we lose down in Miami to a team that seems like they're in big time disarray, and McDaniels might not even be the coach going into that game, our season is literally over on September 29th. When we wake up Tuesday morning on September 30th, we could possibly be 0-4 and done. And done.
And what do you do? What do you do? How do you even turn the TV on?
Well, you know what, Kevin? If that is the case, and people could say, oh, you're just a bitter Jet fan, you're just talking out of your ass. If that's the case and we're 0-4 when we wake up Tuesday morning on September 30th, then this is what I want to see. I don't want to see Sauce. And I know this is stupid. It's not going to happen. This is just aggravation. I want to see what else is on this team. I saw enough of Sauce. I saw enough of Quinnen Williams and his brother. I saw enough of uh, 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 Ruckert. I saw enough of Brees Hall. Show me what else we got.
Can you win a game? Can you just win a game? Why can't this team win a game?
Why can't this team just show up to play a game? I said it to you, Kevin. I don't know if you remember when we were having our preseason discussions, and you were a little more gung ho than me about the playoffs. And I said to you, this team could go 5-11. Just show me football. Just show me that there's a growth. And week one, we should have all known was an outlier. We all said no one ever goes by week one. This team had 3 months to prepare for the Steelers. We
Mhm.
knew Rodgers, Rodgers knew us. Fields knew the Steelers knew Fields. That
Right.
game was such an outlier, and it
Yep.
showed because when we stepped on the field against Buffalo, the creme de la creme, and let's call it what it is, that's what they are, they schooled us in every
Yes.
way, shape, and form, from their
Yes.
GM to their coaches to their players.
Yes. 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 Yes.
The only thing I will say is Elijah Wood, right? Elijah Moore is a punk ass bitch on the final day when Josh Allen kneeled down to do a somersault. Who are you kidding, you punk? Why wasn't that flagged? Why wasn't that flagged? Because it came against the shitty ass Jets?
Listen, why wasn't Field slide when the guy hit him flagged? I don't know.
And Kevin, here, I could already envision the game. It's already been played in my head. All right? We're going to sit here Sunday because this is a game we are expecting them to lose. Right? This is the
Mhm.
game that we're going
No,
to.
no question. No
Yeah.
question.
So what's going to happen? One or two scenarios are going to play out. We're going to have the ball in the final 3 minutes, down three, and we're supposed to march down the field, and it doesn't happen. Or they're down three, and they're going to march down the field to win the game. And we're going to sit here next Monday night and say, well, Kev, maybe Buffalo is just the greatest team and way ahead of us, but what we saw against Tampa Bay has to leave us encouraged. And then we'll go to Miami and shit the bed on Monday Night Football where
Hmm.
everyone's
Hmm.
watching us and we'll be
Yeah, sure.
0-4. And my
Yeah.
prediction of being done by
Yeah.
September 30th will come true.
Yes. Won't even have a pumpkin yet.
Yeah, yeah. We won't even have the first frost. Some of them just ended and the season's over. Yeah. Like, listen, I'm not here to talk X's and O's. I don't care about X's and O's. I want to know why we always get the coaches that have to have sayings. Chopping wood, chopping wood. You know what? I would have rather Aaron Glenn go around there and say, if you think this is easy to turn this around, then come and do it. This is going to take time and walk off the field. Give me some fire. But
This
he
place,
already looks,
this place was a shit show. This is gonna
yeah,
take a while.
yeah. But he already looks beaten down.
Yes,
2 weeks
yes.
in.
That's what I was saying. He's
Yeah,
like
I know.
tempered all
I'm
of a
just
sudden.
reiterating your words. Now, if
Hmm.
he's beaten down in 2 weeks, of course he deals with it every day. But think about the fans like you and I and some older than us who's been with this team for 50 years.
Hmm. Hmm. You just got to hope he gets it. He knows. He knows the misery. You just got to hope he knows the misery.
No, but he's
I mean,
increased.
whether he'll ever figure it out, how to fix it, that's another story.
Kevin, let me
But
ask you a question. Does it bother you that he didn't cut that not he the organization didn't let Clemens go?
he kind of stuck up for him today too. I don't know. How can you? You're either preaching it or you're not. You're accountable or you're not.
Now, yeah,
How was okay? How did you hold that player accountable? He was in on the next play
yeah. You
with
set
like
out
two
one
plays.
play.
Yeah.
Now, if we're looking for a silver lining because there's very few, he was penalty free the rest of the game.
Okay.
Now, I get
But
he was penalty.
did he make any plays?
Well, that was my next thing. Yes, he was penalty free, but he made no plays. But he never does. You never hear Michael Clemens with the sack, Michael Clemens with the stop on the running back, Michael Clemens with the deflection. No, you only
No.
hear, oh, the
With a
Jets
late
are
hit.
third and
With a
15,
late
Jets are
hit.
getting off the field. Oh no, there's a flag, pass interference. Oh, roughing the passer. Oh, late. That's all you hear with Michael Clemens. We showed you yesterday. We said yesterday in 51 games he's got nine. He's got 9 penalties and 7.5 sacks. How are you on this team? Now you want to know what my take is why he's on this team because Joe Douglas, when we had a strong D line with JFM and Bryce Huff, he gave these guys away for peanuts, and Clemens is what was standing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
think in Aaron Glenn's head, if he cuts Clemens, he knows there's nothing behind him.
There's nothing left.
So if he loses Quinnen Williams, who's coming in? If he loses Jermaine Johnson, who's coming in? If he loses Briggs, and McDonald, who's coming in? He's
And
our
I
best option, and that's sad. That's sad that a guy with that many penalties and only 7.5 sacks in 4 years is your best option.
Mhm. And do we have an update on Jermaine Johnson with the
Not
ankle?
yet. Not yet. I didn't look at the practice if he practiced today or not. I didn't take any note. I didn't see. Today was a hectic day. Tomorrow will
Mhm.
be a little quiet. I'll look to see if he practiced yesterday and see if he practices tomorrow.
I mean, I took a quick look at the at an injury report, and I mean Adams is on it, and Reynolds,
Uh-huh.
Fields, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, Tufele
Okay.
and the running back, Guangu.
Okay. Yeah, but he's been on since week 1. He was supposed to be our kick returner.
Yeah, yeah. So that's all that's on it,
Yeah.
and that's stated today from ESPN. So
Yeah.
maybe he's not on it.
So we brought in about 9 cornerbacks in the last 2 days. We brought in Arthur Mullet, who was with us last year or two
Yes,
years
saw
ago.
that. Saw
Yep.
that.
Yep. So with Michael Carter and Tony Adams banged up, who knows if they're going to play? The Jets brought in Jaden Davis, Thomas Graham, Richard Grant, Arthur Mullet, former Jet, Tanner McAllister, Jalen Mills, former Jet, Nick Needham, to sign to the practice squad, and Duke Shelley. Again, now we're already bringing a slew of cornerbacks and safeties
And you
because
just
we're such a shit show.
picking from
And
a pile. Picking from a
yeah,
pile. Maybe let's save
yeah.
him. All right, your turn.
I'm wondering if I go to Florham Park and I stand out there, will they let me come in and try out? Because at this point, as a 55-year-old, can I be any worse?
Can't be any worse than Stephens, right?
Yeah.
At
Like
least
we're seeing,
maybe, like I said, that Sauce Blitz, man. How old is he now?
Yeah.
That age, probably either one of us. Right? It's like, how do you bounce off of him like that? Wrap him up. Holy
Piece of
shit.
lint. Piece of lint. He went like this
Wrap
to
him
him.
up.
Yeah.
You know what he does. You know he can throw you off. You wrap him up. Technique. It's all technique.
Kevin, I can't argue. I can't argue with you. I can't argue anything you're saying. But you know what? Jet fans have to understand that we are losing our shit. It has nothing to do with Aaron Glenn. He's just receiving all the bad.
Yes.
But we're tired of it. We've seen this story before. We've
Mhm.
seen this story before. Again, I think there would have been more hype and excitement going into this week if you fought Buffalo, if you lost by a field goal, if you was neck and neck, because then you could say, all right, you know what? Glenn's got this team playing with fight. They're not going to back down to anyone. Yeah, they have to learn to win, and I could live with that. But where do you go from there? Like, what was that what we saw?
0-2, you got a 12% chance.
12%? I thought it was 9, but all right, that's fine. 12%. Yeah.
Thought I saw 12. So,
You're probably right, Kev.
and wait a minute. 12%.
Yeah. Yeah. So Kevin, that means next Monday when we talk about this game, if we're 0 and 3, 88% of the season is over.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it's
yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
and we're not
Absolutely.
out of September. And we're not out of September.
Yeah. And that's it. You go like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna go on a 10-game run?
It would be nice, Kevin, but has the Jets ever gone on a 10-game run? I think that year back
Well,
in
the other
'86 they
way,
won
the
10
other
in a row.
way, they've done
Yeah.
it the other way.
Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't the year that Matt Robinson got hurt and Pat Ryan came in, they went on like an 8-0 run? Something like that?
Yeah, they might have. And what was the one with when Testaverde got hurt? Meyer, we had Rick
Yeah.
Meyer, right? Then he finally Parcells couldn't take him anymore. Lucas
Yeah,
came
by
in
then
and
we
then
were
went on a
we were like 1 and 10, and they went on a five
yeah,
game winning
got us
streak,
back
and
to
we were
8,
all
I
yeah,
think. Yeah.
we were all hyped for the following year. That's the
Yep.
story of our lives. Hyped for the following
Yes.
year. Hyped for the following year. Like again,
Deja vu, man.
yeah, and I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer or a negative Nelly. If we lose the next 2 games, and there's a good chance we will. There's
Yeah.
a good chance
Yeah.
we will. What do we talk about for the next 13 weeks? The draft? College
There's a,
football just started. I gotta look at the draft.
there's not a game on this schedule that they can't lose. They can lose every one of them, actually.
Yeah. Again, Kevin, you look at the schedule and maybe it's rose-colored glasses, and you say, well, maybe after this week they can
Well,
go.
okay. You're looking at it and you're thinking that they're going to show up every week. Just show up
Yeah.
and compete. I mean,
Kevin,
some of you are still sitting in your car.
yeah. Let me ask you a question because you know how I feel, and I made it known Monday night. I root for the jersey. I like the player, but I root for the jersey. That's my team. Okay? If this team is out of it, 1 and 7, 0 and 7, by the trade deadline, when a team calls and says, we want to give you 2 first-round picks, or we want to give you 2 second-round picks and a third for Sauce. We want to give you 2 first-round picks or 1 first-round pick and 2 second-round picks for Quinnen Williams. Do you start making it? Do you start saying, oh, you know what? We need to build this ship from scratch, and we have to get rid of some of the dead weight.
Especially if you're a new regime, right?
Yeah. Are you going to die with Quinnen Williams? You didn't draft him. You know, we
And
always hear,
you
oh,
want to
when the
bring in
G.
you want to bring in your guys.
That's what I'm saying. And that was the point I'm trying to make. We
Mhm.
always hear, oh, when the GM comes and the coach, they want to bring in their quarterback. That's why when Joe Douglas came in the putts with Salah, they couldn't wait to get Sam Darnold out of here because they wanted to bring in their guy. Look what that did. But whatever, that's the rules of the game. Is that is
That throw. You don't remember that throw in shorts?
yeah,
That
woo.
throw at the combine. You don't
Yeah.
remember that?
Yeah, woo. He set the world on fire with that
Yeah.
throw.
The
Everybody makes
throw.
that
The
throw. Yeah.
throw.
Yeah. But I'm just
Yeah.
asking, Kevin, like, and I hear it from a lot of Jet fans. I hear it from a lot of Jet fans. We love Garrett Wilson, and he might be the only bright spot, him and Brees Hall. We love Sauce. Why? We love Quinnen Williams. Why? Like I said to you, Kev, and again, I don't know the X's and O's, so somebody's going to tell me differently, and that's fine. But I asked the question, and no one answered. No one asked, told us anything why we were wrong. Are you scratching your head saying to yourself, oh my God, how do we stop Quinnen on Sunday? Is the Bulls defensive staff racking their brains trying to figure out how to stop Quinnen on Sunday?
Is there anybody on this team that makes coaches say that? Anybody?
Well, you know what? We know exactly.
Okay, Brees. All right, stack the box. Wilson,
Well,
double team him.
and
Boom.
Kevin, that's our X's and O's for tonight. That's exactly what I'm going to say. You don't think Bowles is going to stack the box? He's going to double coverage Garrett Wilson because there's no one else on the wide receiver who could scare you or a tight end who could scare you. And they're going to stack the box like Buffalo did. And they're
Mm-hmm.
going to blitz because that team loves to blitz. And believe me,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to come after Tyrod.
Yep.
You're right. He might get hurt in the second quarter because he's
Yeah.
running from his life.
That's what I'm saying. And then
Did they
what?
promote? Did they promote Brandon Cook yet? Who's coming up behind him?
I didn't hear whether they did or they didn't.
No,
I would
no, and we
think
probably
they
won't hear
plan
till
to. So.
tomorrow, which
Mm-hmm.
is
Mm-hmm.
third. We'll hear tomorrow. But like I really don't know what to say anymore. Like we sit here as fans, and yes, are there other fans more knowledgeable than you and I? Yes. Are there other fans that might think differently or agree with us, whatever? But I feel like Kev, every time you and I get off of here, we make points that we hear everybody else making the next day. So we're in the ballpark. We know what we're talking about as fans. We're
Mm-hmm.
not far-fetched. And this is why I say to you, with this regime, if you're 1-6, 2-6, 1-7 before the trade deadline, is it starting to get rid of some of this dead weight that you can't win with and
Stack
building your
picks.
own ship?
Stack picks. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Believe we're sitting here. we
yeah,
we played 2 games and we're sitting here talking about this.
yeah. Because this team showed you
Because
nothing.
I was just gonna say it's a what have you done for me lately? Okay. And lately's last Sunday.
Yeah,
In this game, lately's last Sunday. Well, what did you
yeah,
do?
yeah.
Egg.
And Kevin, I don't want to sit here and say, oh, if they got rid of Michael Clemens, I will feel much better. Again, I'm going to say I don't want to see anybody ever lose a job. But let me tell you, that window that we bragged about him with accountability and how great he is with accountability all went to shit when Clemens made the bonehead play
Mhm.
and there was no accountability for him. Now, maybe Aaron sat back Sunday night and put on the tape and realized that once that play happened, the whole team just hung their heads and quit. And he figures, why do I got to get rid of this guy for that? I got to get rid of the whole team then for quitting. I don't know the reason for keeping Clemens around other than that this D line is so weak and so poor that if you lose one of the top 3 guys, you're screwed
Got
without
no
him.
depth. Got no
And that's
depth.
a sad state of affairs if Clemens is what you're banking on.
Imagine.
Meanwhile, you got rid of Huff. He had a key sack in the 49ers game to help win. You got rid of JFM, who, Kevin, I'll say it again so people don't think I'm jumping. I wasn't the biggest fan of his, but he was worlds apart
I
from what
liked him.
Clemens
I
is.
liked him.
No, I know you did.
Did a stupid penalty once in a while. Okay, a Clemenish penalty. But for the most part, I liked him. So
The thing with
I
JFM, yeah, the penalties were hard because they always came at a crucial moment, but he got sacks. He made stops.
yeah, he
He made
made
it a
plays.
little tougher.
Yes,
Clemens does nothing,
nothing.
you know? Clemens is a thug. He tries to thug people.
When I think of him, I think of one. There's one play that stands out in my mind. It was last year. There was something going on or something, and there was a pile. There was a big pile, and he comes running out of
Yeah,
nowhere, and he goes "Rah!" and
yeah.
jumps on the
He
pile.
jumps on the pile like this
What
is little league.
the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing?
Yeah. Like
And
if it was
sure
street
enough, and
football.
here comes the
Yeah,
flag.
yeah.
What are you doing?
Kevin, that stuff we did as little kids in the park. That's street football. That's what we did playing in the park on the cement in the sidewalk in the street. It's not professional
Play
football.
was play was
Exactly.
over.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought he was
You,
playing Buck, Johnny on the
yeah,
pony. All of
yeah.
a sudden he came up.
You
Yeah,
you know exactly what I'm
yeah.
talking about, right? Yes.
Yes. Because that's a play, Kevin, that's going to go live in infamy, just like the butt fumble.
Hmm.
It's a place that this is what we're talking about.
I mean, that's the one that's when I think of you as a player, that's what I think of. Is that play?
Kevin, when he started the fight in the preseason game against the Packers, he should have been gone from there.
Oh, and what's the other thing I think of as when I think of him? See the video where he's looking at the people in the stands.
Everybody,
He's
F
going,
you, F you, F you. Yeah,
"Dude,
yeah,
fuck you,
yeah, yeah,
fuck you,
yeah.
and
And
you,
tell,
and
yeah,
you, and you too. Yeah, 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 you."
yeah. This is the player we have on our team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the Jet organization. I just don't know. Yeah. I really don't know what else to say, Kev. What are we supposed to say? Like, and it's a shame. It's a shame because the loss against the Steelers hurts. Listen, a 60-yard field goal is a 60-yard field goal, but the way these kids are kicking nowadays, 60 yards might be easy now. But the point being is that you were so close against the Steelers. You had that. And here we thought, all right, we're a new team. We're going to fight Buffalo. We may not win this game, but we're going to go toe to toe with them. And we did not. We did not. Yeah. Yeah.
Same SOJ, man.
Yeah.
SOJ.
Yeah. And I understand people are going to say Buffalo's the creme de la creme, but don't get him. And I agree, but don't get humiliated like that.
And I don't want to say SOJ. I hate that.
I
I
know.
hate it. But
I
but
know.
until you see different, how can you say anything else? You know, you can't even
Kevin, I
say it.
agree
You say,
with you.
yeah, the
I
people
agree
say it.
with you.
People say it, you gotta be like, yeah, yeah.
I know. And you never hear me use that saying, but it's the God's honest truth. I have buddies come over to me, Greg, SOJ, same old Jets. And I'm like, what else can I say? No, they're wrong.
Right. No, you can't say, yeah,
What game am I watching if I tell them they're wrong?
yeah, you're right.
You know?
Gotta call it like you see it, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Gotta believe your own eyes.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now, Kev, they brought in a bunch of safeties. They trotted a bunch of safeties, a bunch of cornerbacks. Are any of these kids going to be a diamond in the rough? Are we going to see them this week? Or we're doing our due diligence, but it gets us nowhere? And they don't even play these kids. They're going to
Listen,
go with the same shit with Stevens and Adams this
you
week.
know what I see? You know what I see? I see Baker running around like a madman, guys out of position, linebackers out of position, tight ends running wide open.
Yeah.
I thought you had him. I thought you had him. You had him. What? They're looking at each other like I see. That's what I see.
And you want to know something, Kevin? There was a moment on Monday night. I'm watching this game. And I must have had a concussion. I must have fell and not remember because there was a moment in this game I was going to grab my phone and say to you, you know, Kev, as bad as we are, Tampa Bay doesn't look that good. But in
So
the end, they did what they had to do. Their toughness shined when they were supposed to. They made a key
you
stop. They
play
got,
to win the
yeah,
game.
yeah, they got the ball back, and Baker does what he does. He gets tough. He doesn't give a rat's ass. He fights players, and he led that team down the field, and they won the game. And when I
Hello.
yeah, and when I saw that play, I turned around and said, "Good thing I didn't text Kevin what I thought, because he would have definitely said, 'What do you have, a concussion? What are you watching?'"
You
And
play to
that
win the
play,
game, man.
Kevin, in that final 2 minute drive, scared the crap out of me that we're gonna witness another 30-10 debacle.
There's winning and there's misery. There ain't
Yeah,
nothing else.
yeah,
There ain't
yeah.
nothing else.
Because come 103 on Sunday, when we line up for the offense, Bowles is going to send a house to see if Tyrod Taylor could make a read or make a play that lets Bowles say, "Okay, let me ease off a little. I'm
Yep.
seeing
Back
something
off a
different
little
here."
bit. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. And this is why we say, Kevin, and before we go, this is why we say, I don't care if the ball is incomplete. I don't care if whoever you're throwing it to is 20 yards away. How about the first play? Just aimlessly throw it 40 yards down the field. Just to give that defense something to think
Loosen them
about.
up, man. Loosen
Yeah,
them up.
just throw it down the field.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody
Loosen them
was there
up.
and you overthrow it by 40
So
yards.
what?
Just to not say handoff, short screen, handoff. Like, I'm tired of that.
He does throw a nice deep ball,
So let's see
Tyrod.
it.
So
Even if it's incomplete, do something out of the norm where we're sitting here going, all right, it was incomplete, but wow, did you see it was something different finally? They're loosening up that defense. They're making that defense back on their heels. They did none of that against Buffalo. None of that.
and we weren't even there. They weren't even in the game.
No. They're like, because they lost to the big bad Steelers with this great defense, that they won something. This is not Little League where everyone gets a trophy. Play a game. You know what, Kevin? I got to go because I don't want to get hot headed again. I was calm all night, and now I'm starting to get this friggin' team. This is
Getting
what it does
agita,
to you.
getting agita, getting agita.
This is what it does to you. This is
What
what it does to you.
before we go, tell me what you got. What do you think of the game Sunday?
This is the
What's gonna
perfect, Kev, and I said this earlier, I don't even remember. This is the perfect game. This is going to be the game where we're in it. Where we're in it. And we're going to lose like we did against the Steelers, a heartbreak. We're probably going to lose 27-21. We're going to come on here Monday and say, well, Glenn was pissed. He got fired up. This team looked better. And then we're going to watch them on Monday night in Miami, a game they should win, not show up at all.
and even if they look better, if you don't win the game in the end, you're 0-3, and that's
No, I know. I know.
the the fat lady is going
Yeah, she's clearing her voice. She's
me.
putting a
She's
Ricola in. A
warming up.
Ricola. She's putting the
She's
Ricola in to get her voice
yes,
strong so she can hit that high
she's
note.
freaking warming up.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to say Tampa Bay 27-21.
27,
And me and you are going to be sitting there in that final play when he
21.
throws the 10-yard bomb over the shoulder like this, me and you. Like this. Oh, my God. It happened again. That's what we're going to be sitting there. 27-21. Tampa
Or,
Bay.
or Tampa needing a touchdown comes down. They're in the red zone. Sauce comes on another blitz. Mayfield throws him,
Yeah.
runs it
Sauce
around the
gets,
and goes like this in the end zone as he
yeah.
runs the corner of the pylon.
And you could see the post headline, Sauce gets baked. Yeah. Yeah.
Gets baked. Heard.
Yeah. 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 Burnt sauce. I'm waiting for that headline. Have we seen
There you
that one
go.
yet?
There you
Burnt
go. There you
sauce?
go. Well, you could have
Yeah.
had that last week. So,
Yeah. Anyway,
let me
Kev,
see let me see what I got here. This is
good.
what I got.
You got Tampa Bay 27-21.
1917 Tampa.
Okay. All right. But look, we both got Tampa.
Yeah.
We both got Tampa.
Sad. Sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what else? What else you gonna do?
Am I supposed to sit here? I'm not wearing the rose-colored glasses. The Jets have to win me to put the glasses back on.
Oh, my heart says
Yeah.
no.
No, you're right. You're
They
right.
come. My heart says they come up short again.
Yeah. If I'm being honest, I love my Jets, but this game has the makings of us shutting it off at halftime.
And we'll have to watch Garrett again in the locker room. So freaking distraught and despondent he wants to blow his brains out, and he doesn't know what to say to these damn questions.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your feelings after today's game? What if it was it feel like to be on 3? I don't know, man. What's he gonna say?
I don't know what he's going to say. The thing is, but in his defense, Moji, the GM, dropped the ball by not bringing another
Yeah,
competent receiver in
tell him.
here.
Sure,
So,
I would have kept Adams.
yeah,
I mean,
that's
get
another,
along, get along.
yeah, that's a
The,
story for
the,
another
the
day.
two of, the two of you get along.
Yeah. Or at least, Kevin, get Lazard up to speed. And if he's not up to speed, then get him out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Get somebody who's going to be our B receiver who at least puts a little bit of a threat in the other team. We'll see what
Somebody.
the game plan is.
Yep.
We'll see what the game plan is.
All right.
And,
So with
yep,
that,
be hump day.
nothing else to say. Happy.
No, that's it. Yeah, happy
And
hump day.
we'll see you guys on Monday. Enjoy the
Yep.
game Sunday, and you know, it's pretty much the. Can you believe it's like a must win already in week 3? Holy shit!
Yeah. Yeah, disgusting.
All right,
Disgusting.
all right. I'm gonna go throw up my dinner now. We'll talk to
I
you
hear you.
guys on Monday. Enjoy the game Sunday. Enjoy it.
Uh,
We'll talk to you later.